Hi, it's me again. So, heading up to LA now, and from Norco, I just saw these horses go by, and they've got a way of accommodating horses here in Norco. There's no sidewalks. They have is, I'll show you. They've got these riding paths, so I noticed that the lines on the street are red, white, and blue. Pretty amazing. So they have these riding paths. I've just seen a whole mess of people riding through on the riding paths, and I saw an old gentleman on his horse riding eastbound, and it's pretty cool. I mean, people are just enjoying the yeah, I'll show you here. Let's see if I can get a picture for you. Let's see. See, look, isn't that cool? They're just there they are. Norco, Horsetown, USA, and they've got a couple ponies there, and there they are. They're just everything here is made for horses. The whole town is set up for horses so that they can horses can do what they have to do and go where they need to go. It's really, really cool. There they go. They're going to cross the street now, and they've got the things up high enough there. So yeah, just amazing. And they're on their way, and we're on our way. So I've got about an hour before I get to Los Angeles, and I just want to process through a little bit more and just let's see if there's any music here we can throw in here real quick. All right, well, I'm on my way. I don't know exactly how the machine's going to make me go, but I'm just going to listen to my earpiece to the directions, and I'll guide the car the way that the machine tells me to guide it. If I'm joyful, if I give all my cares to the Lord, and I just let go and I'm not worried, it seems cold. It seems like I don't care. It seems like I'm not taking responsibility. It seems as though I'm unrepentant, and I'm just a numbskull who doesn't give a rat's tail about the pain and suffering of people around me. And that's simply not the case. If we just maintained our sorrow and our grief, we would just eat ourselves up. We would never have any joy. We'd never have any love. We'd never want to have another baby. We would just be simply crushed by the evil in the world, the destruction of the world. We wouldn't be able to hang on. So we can't just focus on the wrong, the shooting in Florida, the rape and murder of that innocent woman in that city, the children that have been kidnapped and murdered and thrown into pits. We can't focus on all that evil. We just can't. It's just too heartbreaking. It's too much. There's a reasonable, a sensible amount of grieving and respect that you give, and you take your hat off and you salute and you go, God help us. And then we've got to continue on. We've got to keep on living. Otherwise, the terrorists have won, evil has won, and we've got to keep our strength up, because if we get so weak and so befuddled and so beaten down by the world and by the hell that's going on around us, then we just can't function. We're just like, I wrote a real nice letter to my sister in the Lord, and I beseeched her in the name of the Lord to stop just rehashing the past. My own sister that I grew up with in Pomona and Upland, my own sister that she asked me to stop bringing something up in her life. She said, stop it, please. I don't want to keep reliving this nightmare. And I said, exactly. That's exactly the way I feel. And I wasn't really even aware I was doing it, but there was a particular point that I brought up and it was like, no, please, no. And that's the situation right now, as a matter of fact. And this situation is not from just a year or two ago. This situation is going back about 30 years. And so to bring up a situation from 30 years ago and then have the panic and relive, and World War II vets, the veterans from World War II, the veterans from World War I. I heard it was true of the veterans of the Civil War. People who knew the veterans from the Civil War, they said that was the rule. Just shut up. Stop talking. I'm not going to discuss it. I saw our Secretary of State, and this gentleman considers himself a Boy Scout. He grew up in North Texas, as I remember it. Saw him on 60 Minutes. And this gentleman is a real gentleman, and he's a real man's man. He was the president of ExxonMobil. He traveled around the world. He's met Putin. He met all the world leaders, and he's just an incredible human being. And this man was asked a pointed question. Well, what about, and he just said, I've already answered that question. I've answered it. And they're like, we just asked a question. I've already answered that question. I've answered it. And he just didn't even just blew that woman out of the seat with his just not going to dignify the question, or I've already answered the question. And he just simply and quietly just refused to, I'm going to show you something as we go along. He refused to be trapped. Now this is the Commerce and Refill Center, East Valley. Now look at that sign up here. Look at the sign. You're going to see this sign up here. See it there? It's a bunch of poles. I'm going to go by, and you take a look at it as we go by, and look at it. You can see, you can read it, but then watch this. Look. It's just a bunch of poles, and it's just a bunch of these little poles that just go straight up and down. But when you see them on an angle, you can read the sign. But then when you're straight on, it's just a bunch of weird poles, and it doesn't look like nothing. So I need to get to the place in my life where I go, you know what? I've answered that, and that's my answer, and I've answered that, and thank you. Next question. And just don't keep rehashing the past. Don't keep rehashing evil, and do not, under any circumstances, allow evil to envelop your life. Don't allow evil to envelop your thoughts. Don't allow evil and death to defeat you. I was at church on Sunday. Yes, I went to church on Sunday, and it was scary. Oh my God. This person's not doing this. Looks like they're going to try to just rawhide across the hillside here, and yep, I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to come across all the tundra there, and just amazing. I've never seen that before. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. This guy's actually doing it. He's just going to go across this weedy thing there, and so So if I'm talking to you as a loved one, if I'm talking to you as a family member, I'm going to tell you that evil and death are seeking to win. Evil and death want to win. Evil and death want to win. They want to take over our lives. I went to church on Sunday and I took pictures of the worship songs because they were very clear about the fact that Keith Green song comes to mind. The song where he'd, hear the bells ringing, they're singing that he has risen from the dead. Hear the bells ringing, they're singing that Jesus Christ is alive. The angels up on the tombstone, they're singing that he's not dead. Join me now. I don't know the words, but the tune is haunting. The tune is amazing. Keith Green, a dear brother that went on to be the Lord in the 80s, he wrote some of the most amazing songs and music that we as Christians will ever be able to experience. And it was, Jesus Christ, hallelujah, he's risen, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hear the bells ringing, they're singing that we can be born again. Hear the bells ringing, they're singing that Jesus Christ is risen from the dead. The angels up on the tombstone, they're singing, they're ministering Jesus' power. Hear me now, the disciples, that Jesus Christ is risen from the dead. Joy to the world, he has risen, hallelujah, he's risen, hallelujah, he's risen. The fact that Jesus is risen can be applied to any of our situations of death that we have now. Yesterday I was serving some papers which were the government's way of saying that my family is dead and that there's going to be a severing and a cutting off. And this severing and cutting off of the family is meant to appease the beast. The beast needs to be appeased, and so this action's being taken to appease this beast. But it doesn't seem as though it's going to appease the beast. It seems as though the beast is never going to be happy. It seems as though the beast wants to destroy everyone and everything in its path, and it wants to simply and quietly just destroy. And there's not any point of satisfaction. There's no point where the beast will say, enough, it is finished. Nope, this beast never wants it to be finished. This beast wants to keep consuming and consuming and consuming and consuming. And it's just like we talked about the other days. Not good enough, 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 not good enough. Just forever and ever and ever, not good enough, not good enough, not good enough. Because this beast is just insatiable, and it doesn't matter what we do, how we do it. The beast wants to steal, kill, and destroy. The beast desires to steal, kill, and destroy. The beast desires to steal, kill, and destroy. And this is a governmental agency that runs on an agenda of, hi, we're just here to serve, just trying to protect. We're going to serve you, we're going to protect you. Tell us what your problems are. I think that the original purpose for this agency might have been a really noble cause. It could have been really good originally. But now it's devolved into a living nightmare. Well, give me a call. I want to talk to you. 1-213-713-8954, 8954, greenatt.net. On the Twitter, Mr. Bob at BobBob8954. This is Bob's Daily Devo. Talk to you in a couple.